Hi, this is Michael Sandler with RunBare TV and RunBare.com, coming to you live from Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Today I'm here with a really fun new shoe I want to tell you about as I'm catching my breath from this run we've been doing this morning. This is the Rikio Fighter Tabi shoe from Jika Tabi. That's Jika-Tabi.com, and it is a split-toe Japanese tabi shoe, or you could even call it a kung fu shoe. Now, these shoes, I've got to tell you, are tremendously fun for jumping. I like hopping from place to place on the trail, going side to side, and generally, I just feel so incredibly free in these shoes. It looks like they've actually picked up a little flower there as I was running along. These shoes are similar in many ways to a Vibram 5-finger, and that they allow a credible amount of mobility with the toes. And we've been talking here, Jessica Lee and myself of RunBare.com, we've been talking about wanting a shoe that's even more like a mitten. Something where you get the freedom of movement of your big toe, which is really your propulsory device, and something that keeps the other toes together because they're not doing too much apart. Now, it still gives the foot the full ability for the toes to move free, but it makes it a simpler design with less contact points and less different stuff going on. Now, this is actually a very similar shoe in design to what Abebe Bikila, a very famous barefoot runner who won the 1960 Olympics barefoot, this is very similar to what he wore in the 64 Olympics, a specialty or a special tabi shoe made for him by Asics. Now, it looks like a normal shoe from a distance, but up close you'll find that it's actually a split-toe shoe that Abebe Bikila was wearing, which allowed his forefoot to spread because he's a natural barefoot runner, and still allowed him to push off with that big toe. Now, on a scale of barefoot scale of running shoes, or what we're calling the Sandler scale here, we have 0, which is your total motion control shoe, really a heavy boot, and we have 10, which is your perfect barefoot shoe. Let's call 10.1 actually barefoot. This shoe, I would say, falls in definitely, at least with a Vibram, or if not a little bit higher, between a 7 and an 8. And again, I just love the freedom of this shoe. Now let's take a closer look. I want to show you something here really fun. It's not just a shoe, but it's a boot. But it's not a heavyweight boot. This is a boot that weighs only 6 ounces, or just over 6 ounces. And I'm going to show you on the other side over here how easy it is to adjust. It comes on and off, right like that. And you can see these different lines here are for different widths of a calf. So somebody who has a really big calf will go on the most outermost loop here, and you would just loop it in, right like that. Somebody who has a much narrower calf would loop it in right over here. And you just go straight up here. It takes you about 30 seconds to do. In fact, I can tighten it right back down here so I can get on my way. Let's see me doing that. And it does not feel like you have anything on the foot. The reason I love jumping so much on these is because I don't feel anything under me. So it's as if I'm barefoot, so I have the greatest amount of lateral movement, and you don't feel a shoe sliding around or any pressure or anything, so you just feel completely and totally free. And love them or not, I love to look at them. You're going to look like a ninja running on down the road. Well, this is Michael Sandler again, coming to you with RunBare.com in magnificent Steamboat Springs. I'd love to stay here and talk some more, but I got to hit the trails with these things. So I will catch you barefoot.